When you are growing up, then you realize how wise your parents or your grandparents, your aunties, like the it is playing out here. This like this a phase of my life, or this phase of in painful. What can't sing? What's it there? Akwaba. Nyem painful proverb. Is it a proverb? Is it a quote, or is it a what? Oh, I want to say it exactly as is. Okay, if you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito in your room. I want to. Yeah. Said you there. I will know be a why warrior? But whenever Shede Pededa, a giant, a president, a pope, a son, a wrestler, a one day baby, how whoever you are, try sleeping with one single mosquito in the room. And to Sabaka ma come koi. Nija ma some tono. Do you sleep when there is a mosquito in your room? It's a me. No, one single mosquito. So I'm not going to shut up. I'm going to talk until Dr. Bawumia would get tired of my buzzing sounds. I might be one person. I might be all of it. But I also know that nothing is too small. Nothing is too small. No matter how little, it will serve the purpose. I can make the impact that needs to be done. Because being angry is not good, and neither is being silent. Oh, Makashi, you no, Makashi. Makashi, because no matter how little I am, I make a difference bigger than the noise a mosquito will make in a room. One single mosquito can wake how many military men up? They can't kill it with a gun, and yet they are that powerful. You can't even find it before you push it. A small mosquito. So I am that mosquito. I am going to buzz. I will buzz until Dr. Bawumia will hear me. Oh, Ziblim Yakubu, good morning. Nanekwa, good morning. Hey, Nanekwa. Nanekwa Eda. Eda na. Oh, I'm a menuaji. Yesterday, I did this. I came live. You remember I was saying how Dr. Bawumia should leave the party. I woke up, did my prayers around 4 something. Our mother here, she sent me a video. I saw on all sacred waters. Now, to hear that he was saying everything I was saying and more, say Dr. Bawumia does not belong to the party. It's own free. Soften also never name but and Kami but me who say my silence will cause more harm than good. So I'm going to talk. And when you see my topic, I said Ubuntu Ghana. Ubuntu Ghana. Ubuntu. Somebody should kindly, please tag Dr. Bawumia for me. Oh, Nanekwa. No, I have to watch you before I go to bed. Thank you. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, yesterday. Oh, thank you. Oh, Bruce, I'm very fine, Bruce. Thank you so much. Also, then, Bruce, TikTok, Medasi. Oh, Nanekwa. Inti se Ubuntu. Mepede in the Mimpim Namankenche Dr. Bawumia what I think his calling is. His calling is not politics. He's here for something bigger. Oh, Bruce, also you are doing a great job, mommy. Thank you so much. Thank you. Dr. Bawumia is here for a bigger calling, a bigger purpose than chasing that dirty thing. That thing is too filthy for his type. Dr. Bawumia, no. Na ebia na Dr. Bawumia nso ɔhwɛ ne ho te sɛ no Bawumia deɛ, how can he be the face and the voice? Nana Kusi Akwaba. Ebia Dr. Bawumia so hwɛ no sɛ no Bawumia deɛ, how can he be the face, the voice, the founder, the person to fight this, the person to initiate? But Dr. Bawumia, try sleeping with one single mosquito. So you are going to make a difference. Start, because you and Samira, you are choosing. It's the appointed time, Dr. Bawumia. Your purpose. This is the appointed time. The fact that you have gotten so many enemies, you, one single person, we have documented words. We have documented words, phrases, unprintable from the topmost hierarchy of MPP. We keep saying, Dr. Bawumia, your party. MPP was never Dr. Bawumia's party. No. If it was, they would not keep screaming that they gave him a waiver. They gave you MPP, MPP. Mona mo coming in MPP, but you were worthless then. Senana Kumiaka say Bawumia or ye two na ye be using. Mekatre mu say hopes na doye. Asem we free na no buy Kumasi say domufo de sa position na no betting. It was a conversation that had gone on with the heads of the MPP. Just say no or come and broso. Dr. Bawumia, they brought you in there. Now can say, if the Northerners should ever one day wake up and say, wait a fucking minute. You people want to tell us that all these years after our fathers gave you 17 seats, all you are ever going to fucking do is make us the vice? It was only about a matter of time. So it isn't a Japadia document that they wrote to. That's all to make it seem like, no. They sat and they planned how to carefully outwit the Northerners by feigning wanting to give them a fair chance. You know, when you live abroad and then the white people, they try to hire you or be nice with you, it's so that you come and you balance their what is it, their statistics. You balance it. You will be the person to make it seem like they are equal opportunity employed. No, you are just a tool. A Japadia document isn't it when there is a big story in the news, when there is a big story in the news, don't concentrate on that. take off whatever is being discussed so loudly and go beneath the radar and read between the lines. There is something bigger happening. The Japadia document was supposed to bram our initial, whilst they were actually doing everything to unearth the Northness. But they were being sly. They created all the confusions, all messy conspiracy theory. Don't you know people who plan with people to come and make it like a robbery and you shoot me, but you just braze me, right? So when they come back, this one will be dead and this one will be like, oh, they also got wounded, but they didn't got it. Yeah, they plan all of that. People will take a bullet to maim their one arm. That should tell you the level of crime. Miss B, I was just telling them that I was about to pray and he sent me a video that I swear on Antoine every sacred water. Men say that Papa and that is what has even gingered me to come again this morning. Miss B. I was telling them that I was going to shut up. I was going to keep quiet. Yesterday when I came on SKB, I saw most people going for Dr. Bawumia going a second time and all of that. And so I decided that it will annoy me because I know myself and I know what I know and I feel what I feel. So I am going to stay out and not say anything. Like, I will not come in, never, ever, ever. I don't have, what have the NDC done? Nothing. This is NPP. So I was not going to talk again. And then I had, after you sent me the thing, I had this voice of, why don't you want to talk anymore? And I was going back and forth with this energy. And I said, but who am I? Who am I? What difference do I make? After all, nobody, I feel as though I wanna, in the scale of everything, onyanse bɛn na wonim wo hwan na ɛde wo bɛkɔ sɛ kɔwu Bawumia ne yere koraa ba wo page so a ɛyɛ World War 7. Would they even want to ever see me? Am I cancerous in their sight? Do they think I am like what do they think? Now, so if I put all of that together, adena sika mini with the koto data, abekasa chenkrofo a omuntie me. That was my thinking, like, listen, you are too passionate with this thing, so stay away. Then my spirit said, so you think you don't make a difference? I said, well, who am I? I am not a Kevin. I am not like the connotation that comes with it. So what difference am I going to make? In some of them but so then I remembered, and when it is like you remembered or something prompts you to remember something, that's still spirit talking to you, because out of the blue it was like in Ada and that. Meanwhile, I know this quote. I've read it so many times. It's just that it didn't come in the quote form. Nana Moako, he said, please, can you pick me up? I want to tell you something. Hey, Nana Moako. Namaraka pick her up wahin. Nana Moako, I most certainly will not be able to do that. This is not to you as a person, because I don't even know you. Right? But even if I said, oh, let me pick me up, let me tell you something, don't do it. I'm putting you me. Because if the thing is that serious that it cannot be said in a private conversation, then I don't even think I want to. Oh, Miss B, see, you can make a difference, my dear. Thank you, Miss B. Inti modwin wo de ha ntuntun na ha wa nande da ntuntun on na mbe me na mazere kwa da azi mi ti da modwin ka asem kyerɛ me. Then I was drawn to the quote. Inti nana mo akon, give me a gist. New thing. I'm good. How are you too? Nana mo akon pocho. Give me a gist of what it is you want us to discuss. Because I don't know your location. And I'm sure you don't know mine. Anywho, so make a talk quote. The quote in say, if you think, oh, has no money. And Miss B me that side. Santuntun wo day ma itum da. Miss B, I am doing the buzzing because even though it's small, it always make a difference. Obenya unpo ma show if you won't pano do chasing that were down for mosquito. And that's what I'm going to do. I am going to buzz and buzz and buzz. Michael, I'm doing great. How are you too? Miss B in the video knows a Bremen. How are you? And in the same vein, as I'm a catcher, Dr. Bawumia, Michael Medase, as I'm a catcher, Dr. Bawumia, Membele Dr. Bawumia, who know as how can he make that huge difference? I want Dr. Bawumia to know that he's like a mosquito. He will most definitely make a difference because of his story, which has played out before the global vision. How we have discriminated, condescendingly said crap to Dr. Bawumia and his wife Samira. And their mistake was that they were NORTHNERs. This is the pivotal moment. Dr. Bawumia is going to be the end of this foolishness. This is bigger than politics, so, because this part of our lives has always been present in every single election, except we have pretended to be oblivious. We have forced ourselves not to see it, but it has been. Rollins time, I want to papa try so in what Rollins here to my bear president. Then Chanwara and Rollins are all Brunitra. That was the story then. That was the story then. And then in paper for the end, a time. Next 4 years, tribalism is going to play a role in the politics. Next 8 years, next 16, next 32, forever. Forever. When are we going to dig deep, uproot this, and throw it out? When? When? Yesterday, most people were not in agreement with me. Pride and Prejudice, very shameful and disgusting. Miss B, missing me, Abu Fraba, na mama read Pride and Prejudice name. You see, some books we read, bringing up a child, it has so many facets to it. Miridi Pride and Prejudice. Miridi Oliver Twist. Like I read these, Share. Maybe that man can try and one I will feel there. Advising Dr. Bawumia to leave is quitting. Oh God. You need to read The Art of War. And if you don't see this as war, wait, we are transitioning for some supposed Christians to a Muslim. Did you people not hear all the crazy delusional comments? Doncaster, Aussie, Dr. Bawumia was Boko Haram Baba, was a terrorist Baba. Why? Just because you're a Muslim. But Christians won't for Holocaust. Christians says in Yamanido since 1992. It has not been the Christians who are doing the corruption. Is it? Oh, so the Christians were in power, still in power, and the corruption has gone on. But it's difficult for me to blame the Christians because Christians were purpose and faithful. Because it's not making sense to me how it is that it is the Christians who have been in power since 92, and yet there has been so much corruption. Yet people in You still believe in a Christianity. Read The Art of War. Togbe, I don't know who trained you. I really don't. I really don't. Such a title. It is an unfortunate fact of my life. It isn't a title that I am so willing to wear. When Marie goes everywhere, she says, "May I go for the offer?" I say, "May I go for the offer?" I say, "May I go for the offer?" I say, what a title to have. Beyina will say, "Oh yeah, murder serpent of corruption." She's proud to say, "That's my uncle." Yes. Who can now? Mosi or any papa no. Or any papa mama, then why shouldn't I be proud to call myself his baby mama? When he himself calls me bane mami, and anti bravo. Art of War, or say, The Art of War is a book of conflict knowledge and tactics, revolving around several key concepts, including knowing when to fight and when not to fight, knowing how to mislead the enemy, and knowing oneself whilst knowing your enemy. What is it? So we so condescending, Miss B. So when winning time over coconano, winning time over ficonano, akote. Winning. Okay, say we jina conano, and we jina conano, I know the chair say we and ka box in your banka, your bought a bell, said young me. That's the art of war. And that is what I am imploring with Dr. Bawumia. I mean, the word is excellence because I know you see the Now Komia say Bawumia is a tool and we are going to use it. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, a patcho dog. This is your purpose when you were hearing. Doc, Bisrawo. Why we are willing, Dr. Bawumia, you are so willing to take all the shame, the disgrace, the propaganda, the lies. You are willing to go through all that again for the whole of Ghana. Oh, Dr. Bawumia, Mishrao. A laudable for the whole of Ghana, for every tribe, for everybody. You are willing to sacrifice yourself like your forebears gave 17 seats to these people. And now they have sidelined you, but they pretended to make you think, oh, let's take you there. Nah, yenshe. No, because I will. You don't call you. Microphone. You train kakra. Right? Dr. Bawumia, is that what you felt? So if Dr. Bawumia, you are very willing to go through all that to save the entire Ghana, why are you not going to start now with your personal experience that played out in the glare vision of global lenses? How we have been condescending the millions of people in Ghana, Ghanaians in the diaspora, obia semfi awaka won just because of your tribe. Dr. Bawumia, this is your purpose. You as a Northerner, you as a Muslim, you as accomplished as you have become, your wife as accomplished as she is, to be dragged through mats of puddles of filth. So did you remember what Samira said when she said, Omo anka say jumanu mean to me yo. Almost say me ye fulani. Eche se omo mbume. Na se omo mbumia. Oh, good morning, Mr. Nchubu Esiako. Mr. Nchubu Esiako, whoa. Whoa, when we say Papa no mi betwano, enti an appellations akese, Mr. Nchubu Esiako. In fact, so I'm a papa, I didn't know I am so dear. Mr. Nchubu Esiako, Yamisha, Akwaba. Dr. Bawumia, say woo. Oh, Mr. Nchubu Esiako. Mr. Nchubu Esiako, me pacho. Mr. Weni. How will you feel if your child, boy or girl, was going to marry somebody and the person's parents said, sir, that Ashanti boy. No. How will you feel? How will you feel? How will you feel if you had PhDs and you were going to get a job, and the only reason why you didn't get the job is because we are cool. So you guys are going to make us sure. Sa subai way, sa papa way. Me pacho, we Dr. Bawumia di free mam say Nchubu Esiako. Asem bi amabeka okan hu bia no pre. Say Nchubu Esiako say we ban here. Kebe. That man that did all these atrocities to me and now my daughter. You people want him to become the father of the whole nation. Me need to me, sir. I am just a mosquito. I am so tiny compared to Ken, but I will make my buzzing sound. I will make that difference. I will. I don't have too much. I have only one matchstick. Only one matchstick. So I will light it carefully. and I will make an explosion with only one matchstick. One. Me were carton of matches back open a meson at one time. So I'll make that explosion. It is never enough, Mr. Inchubuesiakon. It isn't. Yes, say MPP for it say omo pese omo party ni asante for my mu ye wudifoɔ mu asantefoɔ mu ye wudifoɔ asantefoɔ na mu MPP mu no mu ya kronfoɔ so be party ne papa mu enye generous say oh yeah patriotic. It is because the Northerners gave up that many seats. That's why they lie to them that oh you people are so patriotic instead of we going to your friend is saying fight with you people over a Northern People's Party. No? Why don't we say national patriotic? Dr. Bawumia was just a two. Bema and so pen can trust and you cry from for and can na would you two know could do ya at Ochanana year crona won't last one. It ain't okay. I didn't a moment yet to say it's not doable, it's and yet possible. Ken, I didn't know why I know. Obedi so. Majority. Akwaba. Obedi. Oh, utu edubonia. Obi tibemi. Bakono ya kwasi adede. Wa ya kwasi adede sa elko 3 hours. Ena me ko peja me speaker kesiye paano. Because see me back on the phone. And child indeed weak. And I'm be quick. My boy, we may do lights na matter. And then she come day me. I'm sorry, I could be afraid and I'm no see. Me dane me wana matiato no so speaker no so bagay. Min kai say so. And I won't say that. Na me catch me say, "Hey, which way do boni e become one?" E kama no. Makaja Dr. Bawumia say, this is the time. If he's so selfless to want to honor, including the people who look down on him and his tribe, then he should please, in the spirit of the pain he must be feeling, say, hey, mimpo baby amako meko dui. And yet me aka fuachre me sa. We all need to go and tell Mahama that what kind of ubuoni. Mahama okay ubuoni na okay anything na ye share that they fire crime be to say baby. Yeah, you be no. Now almost why it's almost correct the other same corner. Oh, almost yes and almost correct it. But almost you see Neri Rollins or the Limansi so Emma Chrono Drake kakra and on sign beji. Anna it be na way you swine. Dr. Bawumia, if it is really true what I know about you, that you are willing to be selfless for the sake of Ghana, please start with Northness. I am not a Northerner. I am just angry. I am reasonable. That's where I'm coming from. But you, who is in it, you have more leverage. Plus, we have so much documented evidence of how you have been bullied, how you have been trampled over in the glare sight of the entire universe. Dr. Bawumia, if you don't stand up to speak for yourself and your people now, if Samira does not stand for herself and her people now, when again? You think leaving your nothing people this stranded with all your wisdom, that you can educate them. You can let, good morning, Abubakar. Doc, you single-handedly, your persona itself would say so much. We need to go around. You went around the whole country. They followed you in lies. They just wanted the optics. They wanted to look it like Ken Waha, Ken Kahu. Hey, when we napo Kahu. When we say no mood diagram, because this is what it was just a mock. No worry, a mock. When you moaka catch Mahama. Now John Mahama, Missy. Share now when you will feel up. Because you are smart. And nobody is going to come to contest you, or anybody you are going to train to come after you. So they are going to they will take you out and put a weaker vessel there. You watch your back. Dr. Bawumia, this is a call of duty. You as in Penny, who as Penny. This thing started way back 2021 when Marie went to post on Dr. Bawumia's page that Yempe Tenni Piama with so. Marie, she typed this. She even said sorry to Dr. Bawumia when she cut the NDC card. Dr. Bawumia, Sewa mana nyo ya yen jawo fire. Akamfona omo catcher say, Dog could ya ko back ko catcher on be some so be for proof of time I hear do at them, not for proof say or catch on so munjai. Eh, ya fine ya wa. We see a chechenesi in church. Wouldn't ya the yare? Nenchin is in no or edo. Wadangwa. Dr. Bawumia, you do not have another choice. I'm telling you, if you go on with NPP, then you have become power drunk, Doc. Because when you were not in politics, you didn't miss it. You didn't know it. You were not interested, according to the story out there. You were, God bless you too, Abubakar. You were minding yourself when these people came and forced to, hey, we say, be your papa our how. So, Doc, if Wako, according to listening to one Kasapo interview, even that day you were like, it's too early. Like, can I think about this? No, Besson. Oh, Sisi, I know you wavy card. Oh, na ya way. Oh, na ya way. As a Brony, I'll say, Wama green card. Why you say, sir, Brony, see, I feel them my lottery, Bradley Chrome. Oh, you can come and work for free and pay later. Free, sir. It is a Dr. Bawumia. You yourself, you were not political. No more mawako. No wumpo level away di Doc. Omwe di what I went to say. It to me out with you. Now when Gina for your people right now, Dr. Muhammad Bawumia. Who is going to stand for the Northness? Me. Doc, me. Twins don't beg. This is the time. Document everything. And let's go out there with Dr. Bawumia. When I said Dr. Bawumia has a calling of something bigger than becoming the president of this country, which after 8 years, he won't matter. Before I wanna attend Ben. And I said, Dr. Bawumia, if you take the mantle that it stops here. Go, let's go and tell the Northern youth that Wosuwi Nipa, Northerners are also human beings. Yet tribalism she yakume mu ma na ye tie mu Black Lives mu mo sie. Mo ya Black Lives mu ni ne mo sie. Dr. Bawumia, you are the Northern People's Me Too movement, Samira. Me too. I am human being enough to have been a president. Blow it out of proportion, Dr. Bawumia. Let the international community interview you on why, on your journey. Doc, you know how you are so cool with your funny way of do that. Like, hey, yeah, can I say it was a crime to be a northerner in my own home country. Dr. Bawumia, put in all the emotions, all of it. Milk the moment because it happened to you. You are not pretending. You are not scripting it. This literally freaking happened to you and your wife. Fulani me. Or no like our excuses were senseless and heart-wrenching. Dr. Bawumia, who could say Ghana? Ghana now wo percentage a wo miyesing. Dr. Bawumia, baby a we free do ya internationally anymore. So one fa will face and your voice. When Samira and Fanny face and her voice. One find Gina. Na when to sad Jimmy Sam. Your children and your children's children and your children's children's children will all come to suffer this. They will all come and suffer this. Beauty queen means I am doing everything to not to cry myself. Onye nipa Dr. Bawumia, wa ko school aka kan himfa, why then? Iye na yes in the onkodo na onkono. How many of us have come to fight for him? Onko biom. Oshishi won fan ya untra. Won fan ya. Why do you think Dr. Bawumia is that educated? Because none the papa mpede ne bano will be looked down on. No papa say me bano be you be that. Ken onye Samira than no feel there or reason be because on bun as pepe. Into enable food do the pepe ni dam. Oh no baba be yes second lady. Nasa Samira when Gina for the nothing girl. Samira. Don't let me open fire for you. This is your calling. If you people don't leave, it is so sad, Miss B, to be dehumanized there in our encounter. Welcome to your position. I will na pepe for so a tumuko baby knows me girl be hijab no so ko school ha no so oko school ha. Samira, we have millions of northern girls who have no confidence because of this bullying. They see themselves away. Nanka omunsu nyawo into almost say yes you are a president because it is so far-fetched for them. You would have been the Michelle Obama in their sights. Ebi see that. Pepe ni Senya Obama be president a year we are saying one. Akosongo. Say Dr. Bawumia any Samira. Someone first opportunity wait. No more G in Pepe for putting up a global front. They should be the faces. Dr. Bawumia and Samira, you should have a hashtag, we are enough. Northerners are human beings too. Northerners need equality. One Ghana. Voices of the North. Fight like there is no tomorrow. Fight, oh, Nasa Dr. Bawumia. Who will PhD senior echi? Samira, baby, wa fe yin echi. Na munyo bi afwa. Hey. Enye mesrawo. Dr. Bawumia, who is coming to save your people? Moses Bawumia, you do not have to be anywhere near politics. It's dirty. And it is not your person that they want to disturb. It is your religion. It is your tribe. Oh, Miss B, he will pay before the year ends. Obey no brele fool. Me pacho with all the people who have gone to congratulate Dr. Bawumia, has Ken gone there. Akosombosi, his own people betrayed him. His own people asking in paper for no. Yes, they will betray him. Papa. Not all, because clearly 40+% people voted for Dr. Bawumia. Or maybe they didn't vote for Dr. Bawumia, they voted for MPP. Oh, Nana Kwasisi can also make a difference. Me that say. Dr. Bawumia, Nonyi Samira, Mesramu. Mom said we are for Ken for no. Omo do Kena contribute ye. Boa no money di bone. Ma bone no so successful. We are going to emulate that. Yena yesi no Bawumia, no vote no. Pachonya no na yenya. That position is too filthy for a decent man like Dr. Bawumia to go and contest again. But this calling of Dr. Bawumia being the face of Samira, being the face, these two powerful northern seats, spreading the news, their own story, how they were dehumanized. They will come with their credentials. They will have testimonies from international places, the countries that Dr. Bawumia worked in, from Canada, they will attest to him. And yet Dr. Bawumia needs Miss B, Mepacho, you and I, we have no proof that the Muslims broke Dr. Bawumia. Miss B, you and I, we have no proof. Don't forget that the Muslims, we have Ahmadiyans. We have Ahmadiyans who don't necessarily with these ones. And I want to tell you that Dr. Bawumia is better fighting for the one single Muslim, for the one single northerner who is even yet to born, than for Dr. Bawumia to fight for any motherfucking Akan. Miss B, may I can ya Akan. Dr. Bawumia to me yaminya can I? You want Dr. Bawumia, who okay, said Dr. Bawumia want fighting for Muslims because 90% of Muslims, without proof, we don't have any proof, they did that to him. Now you think the Akans didn't do anything? Miss B, he should never. I want to know how many Muslims that we heard say condescending things like Ken said about Bawumia. How many Muslims? I don't know one. I don't know one Muslim that boldly came out. A Muslim who matters in the political landscape of Ghana, like yes, Ken Akase, yes, Alan Chemantia Kase, Mukatumam. I want a Muslim like that. Because they showed you results that northern region or Obian to Ama Dr. Bawumia na ni Chrome Omoya primaries only 100%. No, Miss B, how is this true? How can it even happen? That when there was no fight, when there was no bad blood between Tisana Ken on to me Nyahoshi, no more to Aban. Sad time, no, Dr. Bawumia. Nikromonya 100%. Now, suddenly, everybody in the north did not vote for Dr. Bawumia. It is a fucking lie from the pit of hell. Na Muslims no come and kwama good, Miss B. Yeah, Muslims now kwama matter say that he shouldn't be fighting for nobody. He's in a party. Now, the Muslims now fighting for him and Miss B. Now, next 4 years, Who is going to change the minds of the Muslims? So then he should just stay put. He shouldn't do anything. But for who he fight with for his children? If he does not say, it does not matter, I'm going to plant this tree that I know that by the time this tree is grown enough to give shade, I will not be alive. But I'm still going to plant it. If he also does not do anything about it because allegedly NORTHNER broke him, then his children, who are not going to not be Muslims when he's dead, they are going to suffer more. Because no, if even 99% of Muslims, which is not possible, so who voted for him to get the 41%? We have proof of Ghana Asofu Akuku Dam. Meeting, a group of Muslim clergy almost said, fuck Bawumia and Tumano. I'm not going to believe it. That is a proof. And even if that is true, the more reason why he has to face them and say, Sadiane won't pay for one yempe yewasem. It is a fantini or today gweni. Or but chua before my cotto. Or non jina win jinano do not cruising jinado now and co. I can't make back at Nana, no more shots with your damn mamma will call in a boga. Into said Dr. Bawumia when face non microphone, no one tell them the truth. No, I'm aware who the face of how you can succeed and yet you won't go far because of pulling him down, because of tribalism. Then he's also done a disservice. Why? Jesus didn't want to die. Didn't he say, let the cup pass by me? Because he knew we were all ungrateful. He told Peter, "Ubeyimi am say me, adianchi or say Jesus one in baby." Bawumia has to know that he has to go in there and preach to them. So no, I am Miss B, dear Pepe in any or Baba Pepe for Bepenasem. Bawumia as calm, as humble, as sweet, with all his qualities. Now so I'm pair. Now you castle you pray under the carpet. People from the scrum yet. Dr. Bawumia have a single bium. Miss B, but on a book. Then that tribe up there, they are done for life. Because will be how much more accomplished. Into say Dr. Bawumia was catching Kenna and come bebuno. Oh, and cafe number baby preachy, and yes, sika. Mr. Andrew, thank you. Sure. Who jina ma would ye? Okay. 10 years, Baba, you will be on retirement. Your children will be bullied. Now when I'm into Ponkwa Mano. Now Ekesi would done war. Central region, baby. Accra, baby. Takradi, baby. Now what shahur banets or would I nature? That man pay fish, one so. In your one be what been obeying you know. One and in your own family, your siblings, they don't like you. Have you left your family? You can't. Now we sweep it under the carpet. America came pe man creampe maybe one opportunism. Fuck you and your Kosia tradition. What but damn me mamiensa my outdoor in Amobia. Member way basa. Not one fucking single aboard them. Mother, I'm your mother and your father. Mat easy, yat is in. I have fiao. Abrafan hin where you kujemo. One you plain na shape. What should would you guess what? Nimpa anyan or nisa bonsum and all that shall be up what them. Fiao. I mean, means has a more. Oh, Shaba. The hypocrisy and the tribalism. This is Dr. Bawumia. In the Mabaya Rebecca Cho there. You are the face. You and Samira. You are the faces of the Northern voices. Ubuntu. That's my title. Missy Ubuntu Ghana. Ubuntu or Treden. Or say, I am because we are. Ubuntu. Or say, I am because we are. We are. Said Dr. Bawumia. Onu na Samira. Why Ubuntu Ghana? It will fly. Because even me, Kevin Taylor, convinced me beyond everything that he was. We should create this thing, and then I became the Me Too movement Ghana. From me person with Kenny and when we put everything, the structures, everything, oh, top notch. Na say me, you'll be Kevin and his group. I mean, the John Mahama can. They could see that this woman, she can start a Me Too movement, and it will spark flies because sparks. Oh yeah, Kenny. Oh yeah. We were using lie detector tests, everything available. On by head for legal testing. On to me, yeah. No to me, yeah. What kind president? What kind president? Mr. It will be okay. Except everything they will say, I'll come with my story to counter it because it is true. Dr. Bawumia, this is the time when you stand on your balcony and you look at the sunrise. Remember, I have to save my people. I have to give my people this pride and dignity. I have to give them the confidence to know that we are the majority. Muslims say Muslims change accounts. Meanwhile, account for no. Nana do to about 1 seat. So United Muslims, no, Miss B, na share Dr. Bawumia na started. Dr. Bawumia never started. It is a whole program. Now I see, obi amayo. Na so obi ambet na homo obi so ambeka ho. Obede na ebinum awo. Obede na obinum awo. If said Dr. Bawumia where he has gotten to, Samira where she's gotten to, they cannot spare few resources and their time. That's what I'm saying. I've seen them campaign. I've seen them do all they've done. So if they can't use the same energy to initiate this agenda of, I'm going to fight for nothingness to be recognized as human beings with equal opportunities, that then let us form our Northern People's Party again, just for nothingness. Let's do that, because nipa enough to be flag bearers of an AFRICAN party. And then Pepe Funtimo party. Dr. Bawumia, moya Northern movement yempe Pepe Funkotin. The only eligibility is a Pepe. Then they can see their numbers and say, okay, Mo say yes, sir. Into your koto aba yen ko bi. And us, let's do the nothing thing. Yes, yeah, NORTHNER na yenjina Dr. Bawumia asem no so. Yes, Dr. Bawumia fulani ni da ben na fulani ni so. Yen so aba ma pepeni. Where pepeni who NDC? Oh mobo. Where pepeni who MPP a want to ama Dr. Bawumia also ye mobo. Because this was not even about the economy. It wasn't. It was just that. Or a pepeni. That's it. Meanwhile, Pepe Funana was 17 seats. Don't forget that. Senyan Pepe Funanka, this MPP party does not exist. Inka one, what was required then? Pocho, that is a debate for another day. It has to start somewhere. Anas. Say Dubois. He gave up America to become a citizen in Ghana so that he could help the African story. Yet Hannah who said, your friend is saying, Steve Wonder, Waba Ghana, Oside, Waba Sisa. Why? If Dr. Bawumia would think that chasing the presidency again, which will last for only 8 years, if Dr. Bawumia thinks chasing the presidency again, chasing something they don't want to give you, they've told you every dirty thing, and you still want to go, put yourself down, mura, so that what? You become for only 8 years. But Dr. Bawumia is not willing to go through every hatred from every NORTHNER. If they are breaking, let him break. How many years is Dr. Bawumia willing to stand for them? That look at me, I came this far and I'm not good enough. What do I have to do? What do I have to do? Samira, mount big platforms and scream your lungs out. Is this fair? What's my flaw? Am I not educated enough? Am I not articulate enough? Am I not African enough? Suddenly I'm not Ghanaian enough? Dr. Bawumia and Samira, boldly put cameras on you and go into Burkina Faso, Mali, wherever these idiots are claiming you come from. Go there. Go and meet them and say, I live in this country. I'm being bullied. Please, I want to know if I belong here. Are the whites and the Americans not using the genealogy or whatever to find their roots? And so, son, I'm a Cameroonian 1%, me a Nigerian 2%. Yeah, Dr. Bawumia, mount that campaign. That is the international level I want you to get to, not UN hiring you for nothing. All that have expiry dates. No, I need you to be the face, the brain, the voice. Equal with your wife. Face, brain, voice, passion. You too. Grab this mantle. Grab this bull by both horns and face it head on. Like, listen, NORTHNERs, it's enough that we hate ourselves. We are just this fraction of people. We did this. We fought these wars. We conquered this. We did this. We are so selfless. We can't even go and have children with people's royals because they want our belt. They want our belt. This is what I'm saying. I'm here. All these regions did not vote because they are tribalistic. Because they took money from Kenya, Japan. That's it. The people who voted, apart from the NDC people, the few people that voted, they didn't care if Bawumia was whatever. That's why they voted. I didn't because I don't have a vote. And I will never vote because I will never vote. For what? So Dr. Bawumia in free moi, I will never vote. Or free moi, never ever. I'm done wearing that MPP. Thank you. NDC misi omwe kunkrofo omunkonko pacho. Na monsu ni amaye. Tribalism, you are killing people's souls. Momo better internet so na mo hwe abrofo they are so they are bullying them. Nana don't call boss say these people they don't want to play with my children. Yes, what's one bad why and do. Senya wo to be back and talk ama achimfo ni year friends bonfo ni ho what's one bad why and do. The same thing na mo ka kire Bawumia. Na say Dr. Bawumia wan sorry say sia. Oni ne yere. Ne bana oye disabled no cry this ring. Now say Dr. Bawumia in his youth, now that he cannot go far, so one spread there. Why never a man Miss B? Yeah, I can for. Yeah. We won't do it. We won't. And it is Dr. Bawumia's job. He has to do this. He and Samira, they have this story. It happened barely hours ago. Dr. Bawumia has to be going to TED Talks. They should be all over the globe with this tribalist story. Like the man who accomplished this but couldn't get to that point because it's documented. It is documented. Everything that was said is documented. So what the fuck are we talking of? Is Kennedy Japan not a member of parliament? Is he not aspiring to vying for? Has he not said these derogatory things? So why is it? It's not like Dr. Bawumia is going to pull some script out of his ass. This happened. We need to name and shame all of it. Globally. That's what Dr. Bawumia went to kiss our man to where I bear me. And just said Dr. Bawumia. So when take kiss our man to wait, then you are also becoming selfish and power drunk. If not, you need to leave MPP and all politics behind because politics ain't the problem. The problem is tribalism. The problem is tribalism. How are we going to curb it? Yasi Hobson. Nanko no peso nkuno. Oh, you don't know what it feels like to be looked down on. You would think it is above Dr. Bawumia or Samira. It is even when you are more accomplished. Now, you say, hey, and before we see you be afo. Time na Samira can say, we say, send your can or say, Mama can send me to me, yo. Come see me a Fulani. The Fulani ni pa. Na se omu bumia with the omu pepuana. Then this same Samira will not go through the whole north with a new project to educate girls, instill in them that don't let anybody talk down on you. Don't feel this way. Don't, because even if you get to this point, don't think getting here will be enough. Even if you get to this point, this is what they can say to you. This is what they can do to you. So you need to do twice what they are doing to gain half of what they are having. So it means you should be relentless. You should always be on your guard to know how to even clap back. That's all I'm saying. The answer you've given, that's what I said. Muslims, yes, Miss B, right? They broke him. The same way I wouldn't have fancy. Yeah, we all do it to ourselves. Go to a land, you think they are so near bro. Almost so calm with the actual say shy before you pay and once and more. Or be a conny dear, but in paper for the so it has been very disgusting. From Ohini David to Kevin to her. It has been disgusting. She's so passionate about her tribe, but NDC and whatever Suntino, or to me, Buana ye Bawumia Temwa on Sem Fata. And maybe we are show say they are looking down on your northness and they are on our own. John Mahama na Kasa, what has he done to repair this? Oh. Do you know how deeply disconnected you would feel if you were Dr. Bawumia or Samira? You can feel disconnected as a human being. Do you know that you can be the way the condescension, the outright disgust on people's faces, you will be disconnected from human beings. And that is what pushes people to even want to take their lives, because they feel if I can come all this far and mean so little, what am I here for? What am I here for? Have you been disconnected from human beings before? You become that because you think, why are people so mean, so cruel, so hateful? Why are they saying all these things about me, Bawumia, my head? Those things can push you to just disconnect from the world and not even want to hear. According to Gifty Adoye, Inka hopes now Adoye or commit suicide. Nyami no baby. Hopes na Adoye. Obi am friend and when you only minanza, daddy. Uncle commit suicide. Dr. Bawumia. I am sure even if you hear what I'm saying, you'll be struggling with how to start, what to do. But I also want you to think, if you don't, who should? This is a very dark cloud hovering over all of us, especially in Ghana here. And I am pleading with Dr. Bawumia and Samira to grab this one word that explains so much and go with it. Ubuntu. 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 It is an African philosophy. That one single word, it's a whole philosophy. And it means I am because we are. When Dr. Bawumia told his people that I have been chosen because I am a Muslim, he was clear. And my being chosen is not for me alone. I'm going there for myself and for you, my Muslim brothers. So stay behind. That was the most profoundest, and it is part of the documentary because Dr. Bawumia will be interviewed on why he felt the need to say that, because it was the truth, because he was faced with it, because he had heard conversations he was not part of. He had heard them. Ubuntu. I am because we are. Mu nyinaa nti na meyɛ Dr. Bawumia. Meka ho nti na moyɛ mu nyinaa. Ubuntu. Dr. Bawumia, Ubuntu Ghana is bigger than you and your entire generation, because if you initiate it and guide it the path it should go, this would live from generation to generation to generation. And it will curb tribalism, because people will be forced to not do things that will let them be perceived to be tribalistic. Dr. Bawumia, you need to end all this in this year. Mama for Doc, give them their card dignifiedly. Document it. I appreciate that you people waived to give me this membership. I do not belong. I have been told in so many ways, because of this quote, that person quote, because of all of this, I do not belong. I wanted to be one of you, but I am not one of you. And I am content with who I am and where I come from. So I respectfully take leave of you. That in itself is going to be an international story. You will be called. And when you get there, the floodgates are opened. Why did you resign? Then the story begins. Then the story begins. He would reference Mama. That, he said this and I took it as a joke. They will question Mahama and he say, yes, I said it because of this and that and that. I knew they wouldn't give him. It was because of Mahama and almost said that man looking like, oh, you see Mahama where it's no normal. Say, yeah, no one qua. They catch us say, hey, she real more ideas. Nature say, yeah, no one. Ideas and we are now. It was one more beko. They say, me member she about NPP, member she about NDC. And no interested the country will be perfect, but say a quina or more column. Me also, Samin Kobia. Me could be say, how far is it? I don't care. I honestly don't care. Dr. Bawumia, any Samira, Ubuntu Ghana should be a project you are going to embark on. And what this is going to do is throw an international light on this tribal menace. Ever so often, we will hear about racism, and yet we that cry racism, we are neck deep in tribalism. And yet, in some weird way, we don't think it's the same. Dr. Bawumia Pacho, my mem first me to me the 30 minutes. I can't say one person in control. Me say, oh shit. Did I just say delete? You can choose whatever name you want, but I think Ubuntu Ghana. Ubuntu no. I need Dr. Bawumia to make a bold statement that he is disassociating himself from MPP. He needs to make the boldest statement, not bold solutions. Why he is disassociating himself. Why he and his wife are disassociating themselves. Like Alan resigned and this and this. No. Alan resigned. How many people didn't understand why? Yes. Hey, Alan, no more new and didn't hear. What's the more there? Sir, also called disassociating itself. Yes, you have ever said, why are they? After all, they said this about you, and they said this, and they said this, and so it's good that you left. He will not be mounting platforms to say, be basic. And I'm here saying no more for position. I'm a meeting the flipper that he say they looked down on me. They were condescending to me. They told me I'm not human enough. These are the words they spewed. Do you know the international recognition in that? Huh? Miss MPP. Do you know the international recognition for life that Dr. Bawumia is going? He will be invited all over the world. And then he will make it a point to go from African countries to say, don't let this happen in your country. It happened to me. I'm in the face of this. It doesn't matter how accomplished you are. They will look down on you, and it needs to stop. It needs to stop. And it has to stop with Bawumia. It stops with me. How about that? It stops with me. It stops with me. It's not me too. It stops with me. I am also human. Northerners are human beings. Northerners are also human. Dr. Bawumia, this is your calling. It is your calling. Because if you don't disassociate, then you don't love your people. Your only mistake is that you are a northerner. You are still a northerner. Why will you want to go and try again with people who say you are not one of us? So it's like when you are adopted, or you are a stepchild, or you are a maid, and then you are going somewhere, and the children of the family will say, hey, you are not one of us, so you are not my mother's daughter. You are not one. That's what they've done. Reasons why he should disassociate himself. 1, betrayal of trust and values. MPP has none. Dr. Bawumia, MPP for almost values are almost one. Did they adhere to them when it came to you? Do you still trust the NPP hierarchy and even the grassroots? Do you? One of the reasons I think you should disassociate is that the party, let's say Ken, Nene party, they deliberately spread lies about you and your wife. The dirtiest form of propaganda against you and your wife. This, I am so sure, undermined all the principles of loyalty, integrity, and unity that any political organization, not only the NPP, should have had and stood for. Do they stand for that? The NPP that a decent man like you still want to stay in. Do they stand for these words? Mr. Abedi? The principles of loyalty, integrity, and unity that any political party should stand for. They don't stand for that. NPP does not stand for that. In this NPP party, the party hierarchy and their grassroots, they prioritized tribalism over merit. This is what we just did. They prioritize tribalism. Or not. Kofi, which MPP supporters are with Bawumia? El General, he didn't do well. Oh. Kofi, the MPP supporters, send Omudi Bawumia. I just say MPP supporters, they can never make any, they can't make Bawumia a president because Nyonya and one at a time they are Obenya. Obviously, Yempeno. Party hierarchy, Pabne Japan, Akompreko Japan, Alan Chamantin, Obia the top. And a grassroots for Nkusiene and Krantiano, they all prioritized tribalism over merit. They also betrayed, Dr. Bawumia, maybe you don't know, they betrayed the trust that you and all of us placed in them. The voters were believing in a collective vision. Then they saw Kwasiampa 42nd in Japan destroying Bawumia. Nanka grassroots, they believed in a collective vision. But Ken, he made sure he sprinkled it with his acidic words and bore holes in Bawumia's preeminence. The second reason why I am pleading with Dr. Bawumia to disassociate himself immediately with NPP is because what the NPP have done to Dr. Bawumia, and to a larger extent the Northerners, is a violation of democratic principles. Dr. Bawumia, yanka brofu muntu munka Hausa, and you understand my English better. Doc, what happened is the violation of democratic principles in any democracy, not just NPP. And you should stand against that. You should voice it, Dr. Bawumia. You should never be silent, because I have found that even I can make a difference. I am a mosquito, and so are you. The explanation I wrote under it is a violation of democratic principle is that I said politics should promote meritocracy. Meritocracy. Say, yes, merit, so not who you are, where you come from, which tribe, who is your godfather, who likes you, who are you married to? Is your wife beautiful? No. It should be meritocracy and inclusivity. And inclusivity, not tribal divisions. Patrol, is it clear? Miss BC, Who has money to bribe his way through? Is it even why? Why should I come and bribe you before you? If you don't think you should vote for me, like we need to stop all of this. The other day I came and did a whole thing on how we should abolish the delegate system and immediately implement universal membership voting. And yesterday, Ms. B Rika similar SKB page. Ms. B, if we don't dissolve those, and you see now I don't even care. Really, now I don't care about any. As I was like Dr. Bawumia, I think I have more interest in curbing the tribalism than any politics, because everything we are doing in politics has its basis from tribalism. In every party, tribalism is playing a key role there. That is why they need to abolish the delegate system. Yeah. Politics, it should be promoted on your merits, inclusivity, and not tribal division. A party that sabotages its own leader based on tribal biases shows an unwillingness to embrace the democratic principle of equal opportunity. That is why Dr. Bawumia should disassociate himself. MPP, they are worse than what Mahama said. They don't want to embrace that democratic principle of equal opportunity because oyeteni. And this reflects poorly on the party's commitment to national unity and disqualifies MPP from being a credible platform for national leadership. The whole MPP, they are not credible. As I was saying, Dr. Bawumia, no. It disqualifies them. They do not practice democracy in any way, shape, or form. And I don't know who wants to still belong there. I don't. I thank God I was just passing. Dr. Bawumia, number 3 reason why I am begging you to disassociate yourself from the NPP is this. They have damaged your personal reputation. What they did, it was a damage to you, Samira, your family, and all of your reputations. And it doesn't matter to you. The lies and propaganda that Ken and his dogs spread did not only hurt Dr. Bawumia. It did not only hurt him or his wife or the chances of winning. No. It also tarnished not only his reputation, but his legacy. Dr. Bawumia, they have tainted your reputation, your integrity, and your legacy. And you need to speak about it. Assassinated their characters, and it hurt so bad. They assassinated them. Ken! Doc, me pao chawai. Doc, and disassociate with them, because we will follow you to thy kingdom come. We will go and broadcast this nationwide. Dama tribalism. We will nip it in the back. You are going to be the end. It stops with me, Bawumia. It stops with me. Yeah, Me Too movement. It stops with me. Tell the whole world, I am resigning. I don't belong here. I have the bullying at this level, presidential level. Now we're bully presidential candidates them with such. Doc, I'm saying that you should disassociate because remaining associated with such a party it would further erode your credibility. Do you remember what we keep saying to Alan? Alan, you have stayed too long. 1 day too long, 1 hour too long. Leave. Make them irrelevant. Leave. The only thing they are fighting you is this stupid position that they are not even guaranteed. Dr. Bawumia, leave. If you do not leave, your credibility is done. All the idiots, they keep coming. Dr. Bawumia, leave. Leave and make the party look foolish. Leave. Leave with a loud bang. Because I am a Muslim, they didn't want me. Make noise. They will be forced. And when they are forced, let them go and find another Muslim and use that Muslim as a tool. You disassociate yourself. Dr. Bawumia, disassociate yourself. If you remain associated with MPP, you are further eroding your credibility, which will make it essential for you to disassociate now to protect your brand and your integrity and your name and your tribe. Number 4 reason, Mr. Dr. Bawumia, disassociate from MPP. The incompatibility with tribal politics. If MPP has shown that they prioritize tribal affiliations over competence and Ghana's interests, then you, Dr. Bawumia, continuing to align with MPP suggests complicity or acceptance of these divisive tactics. It just said once, so it is okay with you, because silence means consent. But if you break away, you are sending a strong message that you, Dr. Bawumia, you stand for inclusivity and you are willing to you are not willing to compromise on these principles. That is the message you'll be sending if you disassociate. If you do not disassociate, Doc, any I will bear salad. Send your meeting, meeting is you. Nasa wala wanya ya wa doc. No, come and as why you do. No, something, way. Because all you may yell day. Number 5 reason, Dr. Bawumia, you need to disassociate immediately this year. Before what was it, Bawumia? What more baby I'm wearing? One. You people, you want to say you have not seen the number of videos MPP addresses. We want Kenya Japan. We need Kenya Japan. Okay. Number 5. Loss of grassroots support. Missy, Doc, a party that undermines its own flag bearer risks alienating a significant portion of its grassroots. Said Dr. Bawumia, paper for 1% people, Dr. Bawumia peno. And no want to ama MPP. But mainly because of Dr. Bawumia. Dr. Bawumia disassociate. There is no way in hell those people will stay. Because what are they staying in MPP for? MPP have clearly said you don't belong here. You will never belong here. So they will follow Dr. Bawumia to go and broaden the intellect of the rest of their people. They are going to enlighten them. And if possible, these grassroots who will live with Dr. Bawumia, they will come together. And even if it is just 0.1% of them, they will form a formidable, strong NORTHNESS party. NORTHNESS party. Let me take it again. Missy, MPP undermining Bawumia is risking alienating a significant portion of their grassroots who might support Dr. Bawumia's vision and live with him. And I am happy it is going to happen. Disassociating will allow Dr. Bawumia to re-engage directly with these supporters without being constrained by MPP's toxic culture. This will not be Dr. Bawumia saying, he will be like, listen, talk to me one-on-one. This is me, Dr. Bawumia. This was I didn't even want to be here. They brought me. This is what, now I'm telling you, they don't want us. They have said this. This is what they said. And yes, I don't want to catch or tea or Jubilee household. And I say my internet is what Obia ati. So he's right to use those words to talk to his people. Number 6 reason, Dr. Bawumia, you need to disassociate. It is the opportunity for you to lead this new movement of it ends with me, Ubuntu, Ghana. Northerners are also human beings. Living gives you the opportunity to lead this new movement of changing the narrative of tribalism. Missy, by stepping away from MPP, a party that is tainted by tribalism and internal sabotage. Doc, Missy, by stepping away from MPP, a party which is tainted by tribalism and internal sabotage, you can now focus on creating and joining forces for a more progressive and inclusive movement that focuses on eradicating tribalism. I believe, Doc, that this move by disassociating will resonate with voters who are tired of divisive politics and eager for leaders who prioritize Ghana's unity and development, not Akompreko, Asante party. The last reason that I'm saying, Doc, you should please consider leaving them now is that you need to preserve your legacy for future generations, Dr. Bawumia. You need to. Now, legacy, no problem. Do baby, I know what you say. Edin drop. Remaining in MPP, a party that undermines its own flag bearer, it will risk you, Dr. Bawumia, being remembered as okay, Missy, when you remain, you will forever be remembered in the complicit of home failures. Senior, Bawumia can, and a Bawumia can, and a Bawumia can, but can a barber can say, oh, vice president position wouldn't to mean Casa, Miss Mepasa Macasa in a mean. But no, as we are not a Bacasa, can not obey the Acasa. So, what would you say as vice president? One Casentina who can won't pay vice president position now. Who else would you say Bawumia come? Nana when you saw to me soon Casai. Dog, disassociating will ensure that your legacy will reflect a commitment to principles over partisanship. And it will inspire future generations from the North and future leaders as a whole. Doc, these are my reasons why I am pleading with you to disassociate. And like I said yesterday, I am but nobody to be the one to suggest such. But I would be glad to take leave and not make one sound if you choose to stay because you know better. I just will not want to be a part of that pain. I will have so many other things that I can do. I can come in and analyze so many things from the Bible, from whom it won't have to do with any person or politics. I, as a Fanti, I have learned so many lessons. I've taken so much cues from what happened to you and Samira. And I am praying that you would have seen same or more. I trust in your judgment, but I'm still praying for the best and being ready for a wonderful outcome. I wish everybody an amazing Thursday. I'm going to go to site. I'm going to eat fancy dokon moko no ni kobi awania. Na ma site. Mo ba na me bogwar because me gwar am make chine is bomb. So thank you guys. Please consider what I'm saying, my friends and family. Dr. Bawumia does not belong. Yen yina yen kodi nechi na yen ko fight tribalism. He is the face of it. So no, webedu baby webedu no no obia just because if you be fina. Men kasa me akani nti no me de that webedu so. They went for the communists and I said nothing. They went for the socialists and I said nothing. Then they came for me and there was nobody to say anything for me. Make a difference. Because even a mosquito can give an elephant a sleepless night. Make a difference. Namaste. I'll see you later today. YouTube. Madam Anaso. Miss B. Bocho. Oya Kakraye Wakasa. Abubakar. Obia Obey. Yeah, Madam Anasi. He's in the boss. Yeah. Madam Anasi. Aye. Nyaminka home. Let's all have an amazing Thursday. And God willing, I will be back maybe in the afternoon. I will be back. I don't know which time. I can't. As in, I catch a time happen a while is tidy. I catch a time happen as time no nala why you know. So I appreciate